Alright, I think I'm live. It says I'm live. And let's see, today, my chair is incredibly squeaky. Let me get rid of that chair because I don't want to be squeaking around. Today, I'm going to be reorganizing a few things. Let me move that out of the way. Ignore the background noises for now. Alright, let me see. I should probably move chat onto the screen so that I can actually see it. Great. 2 plus 2 is 10 in base 4. I'm fine. Let's see. So if I say new game, or load game or whatever, you can see if anybody is here who was here last time. I deleted a bunch of things. I deleted, I think, the barrels, a couple cages, and a couple birds who were, for whatever reason, transformed into NPCs, and I did not want them to be transformed into NPCs. So, I'm going to go, say, cage model A. I'm going to have you snap to a grid of 16, or 32 rather. And let's plop you down on the ground. I really kind of wish I had a shadow so that I could see where exactly it was being plopped down, but let's write this, rotates this 180 degrees. Oh, that's in the wrong location. Alright. It's good, it should rotate the other way. It is now closed. Open the other direction, there we go. Hello, Camden FTW. Oops. What tabbed me out? Don't know what tabbed me out, but I did not want to do that. I believe you're here at the last stream. Good to see you again. Thank you for dropping by. I've been putting barrels by the doors. Where's a barrel? Barrel. Here we go. Okay. That doesn't want to snap to anything useful. Let's make that 16 instead. There we go. Alright, so there's a door and there's a barrel. I should probably do something with getting rid of that text, but I'll do that. I'll take care of that in a minute. Actually, what am I talking about? I can take care of that now. Alright, should probably do the same thing with this. No text, no cutscene. It's great. Do the other doors say anything? The other doors just say door. Alright. Hello, Robert Roller. I do not recognize that name, so welcome. Hope you enjoy your time here. Going to look for another cage. And it's not quite lined up. That's lined up more or less. Alright, looks like the door is in the wrong place again. There. Let's check to make sure it's opening the right way. Okay, great. So I think that'll do for now. The other thing I wanted to do was write some NPCs. Let's copy this. Move it more into place. The other thing I wanted to do was write some NPCs. I like how this is organized a little bit better than how it was before. It's more lined up. You can see kind of an alley between the cages now. So to do NPCs, I don't know if I've shown this off on stream before. NPCs are fairly simple. Just drag you into the world, put you down in a useful position. Oops. And your name can be, I don't know, Teddy. NPC Teddy. And your cutscene can be a generic text for now. It's locked into place so you don't waste time with pathfinding or anything. Words go here. Alright, what should your text be? My partner in crime, as I like to refer to him, has a couple lines of dialogue for things that I should think about at least implementing in part as NPC text. One of them, alright, I'll worry about this now. Or, yeah, now, so let's save the map. And I'm going to close the game, find the map, workspace, data files, maps. Alright, trt.map. Can overwrite the old one. Cutscene, let's see. Hello, Space J. Is it showing up on the stream? Good, it's showing up on the stream. The chat, that's helpful. I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller so that it's not obscuring too much. And I'm going to write a cutscene, I think. Banter. This would fall into the banter category. What was the banter? Banter bird 0. I don't think any of these are defined yet. Where are the cutscenes? Banter bird 0. Can I have a request? What is it? Obviously it depends. I won't do absolutely everything, but I'll definitely see what I can do. Technology bliss just exploded in mind. Well, he's typing a response before it shows up. And the stream latency. I'm just going to say, what does I want him to say? Hello, player. How do you get the, Can I search resources? Oops, script escape sequence, alright. That is what I wanted. That expanded the resource tree to an insane degree. Space J, can you make more 3D games in GameMaker? I probably will at some point. Obviously, first I want to finish this. If you mean tutorials, I said a while ago I wasn't going to do any more, but I'm still thinking about it, to be honest, because there are still some topics I'd like to cover in the future. If by game you mean, I'm definitely interested in doing different types of games. Like, I'm probably going to at least try my hand at a real first-person shooter at some point in time. How do I, what am I looking to do? I think it's for variables. How do you know when your scripts, how do you know where your scripts are where there's millions? A lot of guesswork, honestly. Usually if I hit Control R, I can bring up a resource name and I can type the resource name directly into it, and that'll find it in the resource tree. But other than that, I just have to remember where they are, and if I can't, I just have to guess with the search for resources down here. I'm gonna insert a new escape sequence thing. This can be P for player name. Escape. No. Let's see, var. No. String new equals string new plus, I think, player.name. That should do it. I think that should do it. Alright. So, what was it, backslash P? I lost it again. Backslash P is player name, okay. Should probably document that down here. Okay. Semicolon, come on, semicolon. Hopefully we'll make one someday. Hopefully, Space J. It's definitely fun, time-consuming, but fun. Let's see if I can remember. I think this is what it wants me to say, and I just want to make sure that the player name injection works properly. I will run the game again. It's actually helpful when you're talking about programming something. It helps to understand the program. That's what I was hoping. I don't think I've done a completely fantastic job at this because I haven't been doing this for very long, the whole live streaming thing. But that's what I was kind of hoping would happen. If I don't do as many tutorials going forward, that I could at least help people understand what things like project organization and that kind of thing looks like. Project organization, as if I'm anyone to talk about that, looking at all this mess. This isn't even most of the mess. But anyway, why are we taking so long to launch the game? Come on, Game Maker. You're supposed to have these resources cached, so that like you don't have to resave them every single time. This definitely makes me want to not hit the run button as often as possible and try to get as much done between runs of the game as I can. Alright, there we go. Boy, do I have a lot of garbage open on this computer. Did he actually say that? Line up alphabetically according to your height? That's a good one. I don't remember when I added that one. Anyway, let's see. I'm just going to do this so that I can set the player's name. Zulu apparently is my name. It's the NATO alphabet. Z of the NATO alphabet, I think. And let's see, let's set your cutscene to bird 0. No? What was it called? Banter birds. Alright, birds plural. Oops. There we go. Okay, so it's not getting rid of the P. Should probably address that, but in any case, I like what I see. Let's not do that. Save the map, not the map image. The map image doesn't even work properly. I should probably get around to fixing that someday. How do I get rid of the P and the semicolon? Well, I can get rid of the semicolon, but just not including it. By the way, is the stream layout itself okay? Like, I know that this thing might be obscuring. Oops. I just minimized everything. I know that the chat might be obscuring a corner of the game. Let me know if it's a little bit distracting or something like that, and I'll see how I can resize it. How do I get rid of... Oh. I think... I don't understand my own code, but I think I can just say I is I plus 1. I think. Or I plus plus or something of that nature. I don't understand my own code. Is this a 3D game? Yes, this is a 3D game. What happened to the Game Maker? Thanks. It's a rather PlayStation 1 era looking 3D game, but it is 3D nonetheless. Do I have Game Maker 2? I do, but I haven't used it since earlier this summer, so I'm not really an expert at it. There's a lot of stuff that it does that I just don't know about it so far. If anybody wants me to stream Game Maker Studio 2, I can do that later on. It has an annoying bug in it that makes it hard for me to use because it's regarding instance activation and deactivation. But other than that, it can, let's do this again. Other than that, I'm not objected to using it. I can just work around the instance deactivation bug. So you're going to run off into the distance. I did not see what my name was because it was randomly added. Bravo! Okay. Bravo, again, the NATO alphabet. So that's working as it's supposed to. And I think I can close this because I don't need it. Let's see, what else was there? There should probably be a yes or no response. How do you know how to make 3D? How do you know how to make a 3D game? Um, it's not the most exciting answer, but just experience. I've been doing this since, what, 2014, I think? It's now 2017. I've been working in 3D and GameMaker for 3 years, and it's just, I'm slightly used to it now. Let's see, anyway. Let's see, ds list add. Alright. This can have an ID of 0, and this one can have an ID of 1. Oops. I see somebody left a comment, but I'm just going to finish writing these 2 lines and then read it. What happened to my train of thought? If choice is 0, then you want to talk. So you can say something like that. And if the choice is 1, you can say alright, something positive. Let's see. Did you learn by searching tutorials on YouTube or by reading sites or books? A little bit of tutorials. Believe it or not, this is actually fairly helpful. Is there a category for 3D games? Drawing, perhaps? Drawing in 3D? The Game Maker manual was actually fairly helpful. I forget, I think it was the Civ Art who posted a couple tutorials for 3D and Game Maker that I used quite a bit. I don't know if I could find any that are really good. They're probably fairly old. It might have been someone else. I think it was these 3 that I used back when I was first getting started with 3D and Game Maker. Let's see, Camden FTW, Game Maker 2 has a better debug. I've heard that. I haven't really messed around with the debug because, well, obviously I'm using GMS 1, and I haven't gotten to the point in GMS 2 where the debug is, like, vital yet, but I have heard that. Let's see, what else? If on a quest, my partner in crime is basically the writer because I have 0 writing skills. Alright, well I can handle the quest later, I think. In the meantime, I'll do some other NPCs. For example, Banter Birds 1. I saw someone make a 3D game, but it looks really complicated. It tends to be. Once you get the patterns down, like, the draw code is where it tends to be complicated. But I don't even know what I'm looking at. I say once you get used to it, it's fine, but I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, once you get the habit of 3D transformations and how those work especially, it's not too bad. And 3D collisions, you'll probably want an external extension for 3D collisions. Tristan Blatcher. I've heard of him. Tristan Blatcher. I think he commented on a couple of my videos a while ago. I wondered what happened to him after that. Tristan Blatcher. I misspelled that. B-A-T-H. There's no L in there. Oh. This guy, I assume. That's cool. Oh, so I see he's done tutorials too. That's cool. Minimap and field of view. Interesting. Nothing terribly recent, but still. Alright. That's, it's always interesting to see what other people have done with 3D and GameMaker. Where was my train of thought before this? Oh my god, this is even worse than usual. I was doing something else with, another bird banter, wasn't I? Another person. I should probably copy this to a text file or something like that. Need help with anything. This is the guy who might give you pointers on a quest or something like that. Hmm. I could. It sounds like a techie, the writer guy, tech the story man, whatever you want to call him. It sounds like he wants you to follow him and act as a following NPC, which could be interesting. I don't remember if I have that implemented or not, if the NPCs can follow you. Am I still in school? I was out of school for a while, but I decided to go back this semester, part-time. So that's where I am in school. Let me see. I wonder how, alright, I don't have a following. I wonder how complicated it would be to implement a following NPC. I might do that on my own time. I might mess around with that on my own time because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time debugging right now. You know what? I kind of want to now. Anybody in chat have a preference of whether I implement following NPCs or well don't? I'll give that about 30 seconds to catch up with the stream latency. Because I kind of want to. For now, do it, says Camden. That was a fast response. Yeah, I think I will. Just to try. Alright, if it catastrophically blows up, I'll go do something else and work it out on my own time. But, let's see. First, I'm going to have to say, what does player inherit from? Player inherits from entity. Asking for a request because in my school I have the game development as an elective. Sure. Alright. I'm in a game development program at the local community college, to put it vaguely. And, we're not doing electronic games, we're doing, like, game rules and stuff. But I think it's a fun class. I don't know if your class is anything like that, or if you're more more oriented towards digital games. I hope it's fun though. Let's see, where was I following? Alright, so first, I'll set up a little bit of I'll copy this for now. Should probably also hide the multiple choice option so that it doesn't stay on the screen. I'll do this and say, no thanks and follow me for adventure, or something like that. And what was the other part? Do this. Alright, I should probably expand this window so you can see more of it. Well, my teacher said that we need to act like an adult, so we're just learning by ourselves. Oh, that's hard for me because, like, to make a long story short, I have ADD and my mind just goes everywhere. So reading from books and stuff is hard for me, so I prefer lecture formats, but I suppose that's, I mean, I've heard of other colleges saying you're entirely on your own when it comes to lessons, but Oh well. Is there like project based? Is there is the class project based and stuff? Do you have to do projects on games? Let's see. Oops. And I think both responses shouldn't be alright. I'll make one okay or something like that. What parameters should follow take? I'll implement that script in a minute. I think the follower NPC and the leader NPC, I think. Let me see. I want to go into actual scripting. I think turn to face I want to duplicate because that has similar parameters. Follower and leader. We need to do some projects like make a game according to a theme, like a platform game, and the deadline is in 3 weeks. I see. So it's almost like a game jam, except with in 3 weeks instead of 48 hours or so. All right. Are you using GameMaker or Unity 2D or something like that? Or are you diving full into Unreal Engine or something like that? Let me see. Target and actor. I'm going to rename these variables to leader and follower. We don't have enough time. Oh. You can do some stuff in 3 weeks. Leader and follower. Alright, I think this should work. At least for setting up the leader-follower relationship. And then in movement, I think it's movement. I have this here to tell myself not to mess with the script, and yet I do it all the time. Actually, I don't want movement. I want begin step. Okay, that's not it either. Is it selectable? No. Looks like it's an NPC. Entity NPC, where are you? I wish these were alphabetized. There, I saw it. Begin step, event inherited, and then let me see. All of this. All this is for making NPCs walk around autonomously. And I think, let's see, last year I took game development as well, and it turned out good. I got 5 certificate for making good games. My face in wall of gamer. Oh, sounds like it went well. Sounds like you've got some experience in making games. That's a good thing. Did I read that right? Got 5 certificate for making good games. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. My brain is somewhat off today, so that's the most I can say about that. What did that even mean? I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm going to say if following is no one. should probably say movement is random is false when following kicks in. Alright. Now what do I want to do? I should probably say if when I get older I'll make a game company. Sounds fun. I don't quite know what I want to do in the future, but I would like to do something with games. Not sure. Yeah, me neither. As long as I get to a program, I think I would be happy. But we'll see what the future holds. If I can do something like this and actually make a job out of it somehow, that would be cool. If it's something else, that would be cool as well. X, Y, following.x, following.y is greater than AI follower distance. What exactly are these? Distance min, I think. I'm gonna quick check to see what these are defined as. AI follower distance. Min is 128, so they can't get too close to you. I'm gonna shorten that to 96. So they can come up to you, but they can't get too close to you. Var dir is, I'm gonna say D for direction. Point direction of these values. And let's see, stream often so I can talk to someone with who got the knowledge. I'll try. I want to do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to, but I'll try. It's definitely, I think I get more done because I talk, and that helps me understand what the code is actually doing. Just an idea. But streaming is fun. I like interacting with people. So I'll try to do this often. X speed and Y speed it is, right? X speed and Y speed, I think. Alright, equals move speed walk times D cos of D. Y speed is negative move speed walk times D sine of D. I'm going to actually use this value a couple times. Just in case they're too far away and probably falling off the collision cell. After you finish the game, make it phone compatible if you can. That's going to be hard. This uses a couple extensions written in C++. These collisions.dil, binfile.dil. I think the regular expressions extension too uses C++, but I'm not sure. And that's going to be hard to convert to phone controls, in addition to the controls themselves, because this is meant to be played with the mouse and keyboard. But if anyone knows anything about porting extensions to a phone, I'll think about it. Let's see. Also going to save this value. Player.x plus... They're gonna sort of teleport to you, I think. If they're too far away. This is probably not going to work on the first try, but at least it'll do something interesting. Make it It actually is. I don't have a controller plugged in right now because I don't have enough USB ports, and I haven't bothered to plug in an expander. But it does work with at least an Xbox 360 controller. I don't own a PlayStation controller, so I can't test it with that. Where was I going? Move. No. Hey, follower distance max times. D sign 360 minus D. Right? I think. Sorry for interrupting. No, no problem. Talking to people in chat is half the fun. So I should probably make this point distance 3D just in case they fall through the floor and get stuck. Alright, now I'm going to test this and it's all going to blow up to pieces and I'm going to try and do it anyway. If anyone wants to talk, an excellent time to do it is during compile time, I suppose. Although, due to stream latency, that might be a little bit offset from when you see it and when it actually happens. That actually wasn't too slow. Now, alright, the loading screen is something else. It normally would load a little bit faster than this, but since I'm streaming and using computer resources, it takes a couple seconds extra. Did not mean to do that, but oh well. My name is November. I did not know that that was part of the NATO alphabet. Alright, let's try this. You! No, I wanted to select Teddy. I should probably unlock you so you can actually follow me around should this work. Alright. Wait. Follow me for adventure. Alright, he is following me, but very closely. It sort of works. What happened to him? Oh god. Is the loading screen real or fake? It's real, but most of the loading happens in one particular frame, which is why it appears to freeze. Why are you up there? Okay. That was interesting. Let's not do 360 minus direction for one. If you want to see, it kind of goes through a loop and loads each of the individual components, or maybe two of the individual components in each frame. It's not the best loading screen design. For example, first it does models, then it does composite models, audio, environment stuff, item effects, items, locations, quests, that kind of thing. I think maps are at the end. And in the final step, it loads the map and goes to the room. But I never really liked fake loading screens because I felt like they were a waste of time. Let me see. I should probably say first X speed and Y speed is 0, and let them do that. November 8th and 9th, oops. And my teacher are going to Spark app language, which is ASU. Yeah, I do need to make the NPC stop if it gets too close. That's what the point of setting the speed to 0 first is. I've never heard of Spark app language. Let me Google that real quick. Doesn't look like, if you can tell me more, I'll Google it again, but it looks like that did not come up with the result that you were referring to. Let me see. I should also probably have the NPC turn in the direction that you're looking in. Oops. That way they're not like turning backwards and walking backwards, and that's a little weird. Alright. Let's see, how many people are at stream now? It looks like 4 people watching. That's nice. That was more than last stream. Hello, I assume that's Space J, Camden FTW, and 2 anonymous people can, I guess, be anonymous. I don't know where I was going with that. Hello, anonymous people. If I could figure out a way to make the loading screen run during the big map loading step, that would be great, but I have not been able to figure that out so far, so oh well. To select you, unlock, Teddy! Oops, I did it again. Follow me for adventure. Alright, he's still not staying away. Where did Teddy go? Teddy went over here. It's a little odd. By the way, I meant to ask this yesterday, but I forgot. How is the game audio in relation to my voice? Am I speaking loud enough? Is the game audio drowning me out? It looks like I'm speaking louder than the game audio. The temporary art, or whatever you want to call it. But I figure I should just check. We're competing with other schools making games with Scratch. Oh. Oh, quiet you. Scratch like the MIT project thing, I assume? Please stop running into my face. Why is it doing that? Well, following kind of works. I actually had it working a long time ago, but I took it out because I didn't think I would need it. Let me actually go and open up a really, really old project file. See if I can find it. Need to put your voice up in OBS, I think. I can't put my voice up anymore, but I can turn the game audio down a little bit, see if that works. An error has occurred, no, I don't care. Import one of these backups. It's probably really old. Oops, wrong folder. Pokemon Get backups. I think it was from January-ish that I wanted this. Alright, if we can load, that'll be fantastic. 2016 1/4, that's really old. I meant this January, not last January. Let's try this one. See if I can rip any old code out of it and have it be useful. I'm almost afraid to hit run on this because it's probably so ancient. Still don't have enough money to buy an $800 gaming laptop. Yeah, that's an investment. Hopefully it would last a long time, but that's still quite an investment. I actually know fairly little about laptops. I'm using a desktop right now. Other than that, I know that you can put like what you would consider desktop parts in them, like graphics cards, but I can't imagine how that would all fit, and I don't know a whole lot about doing it. I'm just trying to make idle talk while this thing is loading. I'm sorry if I don't make any sense. Anyway, why is this? This came up when I opened GMS. Oops. Alright, so there's a raycast going on for some reason. Alright, so I just call move walk. That's interesting. Let me try and dissect this. I want to continue my study learning program. In school, you mean? If distance is greater than the distance limit. I'm gonna do something I should never do and copy and paste. and try and make this work. Because obviously it kind of works, but something is very, very wrong. There is a laptop that has a GTX 1050 with 8 GB of RAM with an extra slot and 2 hard drives. Wow, that is fancy for a laptop. That must weigh a lot. Not sure carrying that around would be an adventure. It's quite a beefy laptop. So distance is this. I'm going to say that at this point it's not a laptop. That's an interesting way to look at it. Alright, let's see if this somehow works for following NPCs. It's probably going to blow up in a spectacular fashion, but if it works, I'll be pretty impressed. It's cheap. I suppose for a solid-state hard drive and a GTX 1050, $800 is fairly cheap. I'll search it after I try this out. Load. Thank you. Okay. Unlock you. Set the cutscene. Hello. Follow me for adventure. Alright, so you fell through the floor. Are you at least following me through the floor? You're teleporting to me. So it kind of works? He's stuck. Where did Teddy go? Sounds like I'm referring to a bear. Alright, so I think you've got your face stuck in the floor. You're half buried in the sand. It kind of works. What was it, the Dell? Now this is going to be coming up in advertisements, isn't it? Oh, go away. The stupid arrow's in the way. Let's see that. Alright, so update the chat. $800, like you said. It's a decent screen. GTX 1050, and this might not be the exact one that you mentioned. It only says 8 GB hybrid hard drive. That's still arguably better than my computer, though. Interesting. Now, why is this not working again? Hmm. There's the upgraded version. Oh, okay, so there's a couple versions of the Dell. 7000? Why is it falling through the floor, though? What happens if I uncomment that? I don't know what my code is doing. I'm tempted to just run it again and see if uncommenting that line helps, but it's probably not going to make much of a difference in my experience. um, what time is it here? It is currently 9:26 p.m. US Eastern Time, September 29th, 2017. I don't know what my code is doing. This is well commented too. Be far enough to potentially move. AI follower distance limit. What's the AI follower distance limit? 512. So if you're 512 units away, teleport to me, basically. I think that's what it's doing. Oh, so now we're going to get into an argument about laptops versus desktop, are we? I'm going to try and stay out of that. Although, here in Arizona, it is 6:27. Arizona is in mountain time, isn't it? I don't know my time zones as well as I should. For one, this may not do anything if nothing's in the way. It doesn't have an else clause for another. It's the hot time, get it right. If that is a reference to something, I am unfamiliar with it. Hot time. That doesn't sound familiar or anything. Unless you mean like hot as in Arizona, as in it's a million degrees during the summer. That I could understand. Okay. This might work better than it did a minute ago. BRB. I'm not going anywhere. See you in a minute when you get back, whatever people say when people say BRB. Space J. I think the problem's in here. Or you can make him teleport to a random radius around you instead. That might work. This is kind of fun. I'm glad that I was talked into implementing followers. This is kind of fun. I wonder, if I were to close some programs down here, my email client and Adobe Premiere, would that make the game load a little faster? It might. Although I don't think those programs are actually doing anything on the computer right now, but couldn't hurt. Let's see. There's no reason to have Adobe Premiere open at this moment anyway. Alright, follow me for adventure. And he's not following me. He's teleporting. He's not teleporting. Where did you go? He's probably stuck in the wall again. Where are you? I do not see Teddy. That's bizarre. Okay, so it's getting progressively worse the more that I mess with this. So we'll teleport to a random distance and a random angle. How big is the map? The map is 16 by 16 cells of 1024, so it's fairly big. What is it? 32 meters times 16 times 16 divided by, what's a square kilometer? This many square kilometers, about a quarter square kilometer is how big the map is. They could be smaller, some of the maps are smaller, but the main one is as big as I'm letting it get. The game could theoretically handle a bigger map, but I don't really want to push GameMaker that far, have it load that much stuff in at once. It is not the most memory efficient thing ever. Why didn't this work though? There's not actually that much code controlling following NPCs. Alright, I'm half tempted to just say that I'll work this out on my own time and move on to something else. Camden, I think since you were the one who suggested this, if you want me to keep working on this or work on something else, it's your call. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for a response, I'll try and figure out what's going on again. Alright, let's see, there are 3 states. Does it work? It kind of doesn't really work. It's not doing what I am hoping that it would do. It's kind of caused the NPC to teleport around the map and then get lost on something. Let me see. I'm gonna try and define the 3 states here. Alright, I'm gonna go with this and keep an eye on the console window at the bottom so that I can see exactly what's running. I really hope that this can provide me useful information, because sometimes it does when you print stuff to the console and sometimes it's just a jumble of mess. But we'll find out in a moment. I hope. Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams has a few quotes on the loading screens. He said some interesting stuff. let's see. Gonna run in here again. I should probably move this guy outside just for the sake of testing, so that just follow me. Alright, state is too far. And he teleported. And he's stuck in the door. What exactly is too close then? What is AI follower distance limit then? Oh, target is not defined. That might be an issue. Alright. Anything important in this dashboard? 3 people watching, so 1 person left. Which is fair enough. People can't do live streams constantly. Hello, Space J. I should probably move the stream dashboard up onto my other monitor so that I can look at it without having to tab out and bring it up. Never mind. Let me see. Unlock. Banter Birds 1. Follow me for adventure. Alright, so you're in the stop range. Can walk towards me, it says. Alright, he is walking towards me. And it looks like this is doing what I want it to do. He somehow got out the door. Trying to get it to trigger the too far message. It looks like he's stuck on something. Alright, teleported to a random location. What happened to you? Oops, fell in the water. How do I get out of the water? And what happened to my follower? That's a little concerning. It worked for a moment, but I need a slope. You know, I'm not going to worry about putting down slopes right at this moment. I'm just going to go and step up here. What happened to my follower? It was working for a while, and then it just stopped. It still says he's in the can walk towards you range. Ooh, look, a broken cell. Is he in the wall? Hope he's not in the wall. I don't see any NPCs. Unless I step in here. This is what the underside of the map looks like. Alright, well, instead of running around trying to find the NPCs, I think I can safely get rid of this. And get rid of these. Hmm. It was working for a while, but then it just stopped. I suspect what happens is that this code ran. He stopped moving. We're gonna implement a random chance of starting to walk towards you again. This code ran. He stopped moving. He hit the line of code that would trigger this, and teleported to a random location. How long have I been streaming? It looks like I've been streaming for 1 hour and 5 minutes. I usually go for an hour and a half, but today I definitely want to get following NPCs to work. I can't really say I got them to work today. I haven't written the code from scratch. I borrowed this from an older project. Somehow. What happens if I comment this out? I don't really want to comment this out. What does this do? Oh, this teleports them to the point of collision. Let's try this. I don't think this is going to work. At least if it doesn't, this will be here, so that I know so that I have an idea of where they are. Rest for an hour and think of it. I could do that. That sometimes works. I could just mess around and see if anything comes up. What I'm probably going to do though is work on something else if this doesn't work, and see if I think of an answer overnight or something. Because that's more often than not at least somewhat helpful. Let's see, follow me for adventure. Alright. Why are you not walking towards me? You're sort of walking towards me. Follow me out the door. This isn't real pathfinding, so they do have trouble with doors and stuff. Alright. What happens when I get really far away now? Alright, now you're too far away. Does it make you mad when stuff doesn't work? It used to. I used to get really annoyed at code, but nowadays it's just like there's usually a solution that's not impossible that wouldn't require impossible code hacks, so I generally don't get too mad. However, where exactly are you? I should probably change your text when you're following me. It doesn't look like I'm walking within the radius. The radius must be awfully small of where you can follow me. What's AI follower distance limit? AI follower distance limit is 512. So it's kind of working. It's also kind of not. Oh, you know what may be happening? This is colliding with the floor. I'm gonna try this. Why did you decide to make an NPC 2D instead of a 3D animation? Because 3D animation in GameMaker is awful. All of the animations that I have in this game are either like silly particle effects or a simple rotation. As you might notice the flags that are floating around. They are just oscillating back and forth around the Z-axis. Animating something as complex as an NPC would probably not look very good, and it would take a very long time and probably a lot of computer resources to get right. Like the flags, if you look closely at the bases, they're just oscillating back and forth in the direction of what the game thinks is the wind. Plus, I kind of like how the NPCs look in 2D when they're just flipped up to look like they're standing in 3 dimensions. All right, is this going to work any better? I hope it does. You're stuck in the wall, but that's okay. What happens when you stand out here? What happens when I stand out when there's something in between us? Alright, nothing. I get closer. Alright, now you're walking towards me. Alright, so the walking towards me works. It's just that when they're too far away. When they're too far away, it's trying to walk through the tree, it's not going very well. Flag animation and good animation. I'll be interested to read it. I probably won't like just plug and play code, but I might learn some things. Come on, walk through the trees, there's space. Alright, I guess not. He's scared of getting his suit of armor scratched or something. What happens when I come this way? Is he stuck in the tree? That's odd. It's really odd. Hmm. I'll look at that. It does seem to be getting better. There's nothing in the way. Can I just... There's nothing in the way. I can just do this. Right? Maybe? Hmm. Let's try this. What's it getting stuck on now? Oh, you know what? I'm leaving the collision cell. I know what's going on. GMS tutorial, first through D. We'll take a moment to look at this. Not going to talk for a while. That is cool. This is Gaming Engineer. Alright, I will keep this. It looks like this is a... Gaming Engineer has done quite a lot looking at these thumbnails. I will keep this in mind. However, I know what's going on. Else, if following is not equal to no one, we're going to spawn this in at a random location in the collision cell, I think. Or yeah. Alright, now for this old trick. Mr. Munye. I don't know if you pronounced the T at the end of that, but hello. You helped me so much when I had to make a little game for school. I'm glad I was helpful. Thank you for dropping by. I feel like in the back of my mind, I feel like I shouldn't be, but I'm always surprised when somebody tells me that my tutorials were helpful, and I'm glad I was able to do it. I suppose y equals. So I suppose the purpose of making them. Y d sine. I could probably do this with length their x and y, but I don't feel like figuring out how to do length their x and y. Alright. Is that a variable? That is not a variable. Alright, that might spawn you on top of a hill, but it should get the job done. GTG, I will be back. I'm going to make popcorn. Oh, I'm popcorn worthy. That's an interesting compliment. I think that's supposed to be a compliment. If not, I'll take it as one anyway. Have fun with your popcorn, though. It's been a while since I had popcorn. Actually, it hasn't been, I don't think. I don't remember when I had popcorn last. I don't think it was too long ago, though. Anyway, Yogi Berra. Oops, I launched the introductory cutscene. It's not what I meant to do. My name is Echo. NATO alphabet for E. Alright. You there. Oops, Teddy. I did not mean to click on that. Follow me for adventure. I'm stuck on something. Come on. Out the door. Alright, he's at the door. And now I'm gonna run far away. Out of the collision cell. And you have teleported here. Alright. It looks like this is working. Oops. It has a habit of teleporting around, which is annoying, but... I think I can fix the teleporting problem with math. It happened again. Now you're in the water. I think I can fix the teleporting problem with math. There's no way to get out of the water, is there? Let me enter another collision cell. I stopped doing PHP stuff at school and totally suck at it. My teacher doesn't know PHP himself, so I don't how he's even able to teach it. That would be... Why would someone sign up to teach something that they don't know how to use it? I've heard other stories of that happening, but I never really understood it. Like, the teacher had to be taught by a student who actually knew how to use whatever materials. Oops. I guess they just take whatever work they're given, even if they don't really know what they're doing. Come on, walk. Well, following kind of works, it's just the problem with the teleporting around that's an issue. And again, I think I can fix that with math. If Camden FCW is still here, your idea has worked. Your idea of following NPCs, it's successful. Anyway, I would just like to not say this. What would be I could say instead D equals point. Could say this and just cut it in half. So that you kind of zip towards me instead. Let's try this. By the way, I'm just going to go on record and say that I don't understand PHP either, Mista, and I have a friend who does know it, and he tries to talk to me about it, and I'm just like, this is way over my head. I should learn it one day, because becoming a well-rounded computer scientist and stuff like that, but today is not that day. So, I can't exactly say I share your pain, but I know the feeling of being in over your head at stuff anyway. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's not launch the intro cutscene. And let's unlock you. Hopefully you'll be able to follow me without zipping around, without teleporting to random locations now. So can you leave the door? I don't know if you can leave the door. Alright, so that's what happens when you get too far away. Alright, I'm okay with that. It's kind of like the dogs in Minecraft, when you get too far away from them. Alright, I'm okay with this. In fact, this might work better than it did in the first iteration of following NPCs. Camden, are you still here? If not, I may have to just continue because I don't want to do this mess around too long. But, alright, thanks for encouraging me to do this, really. And it looks like there's something wrong with the terrain up there. That's fun. I wonder, speaking of terrain, if I were to go and find a hill, what would happen? Where's a hill? I need to find a hill. I'm going to come over this way. I know there is one over here. This ring over here. Oops, no, there's no hill over here. Alright. It looks funny, wading through the grass. I'll say that much. Let me see. Over here, there's one. Alright, found one. How are you gonna do with hills? And I got stuck on the slope. The game crashed on me. The game totally crashed on me. That's unfortunate. I don't know why that is. Something to do with the collision checking, I assume. Let's try that again. Can I see the whole map? Sort of. I'll fly around the whole thing once the game starts up. Some parts of it are okay, some parts are a little bit empty. Most of the parts of the parts of the map that have seen development are the ones close to the spawn. Got your popcorn? Good. Popcorn is fun. NPCs sort of work. One just crashed my game, but following NPCs sort of work. I'm going to go and have you follow me. Actually, should I do this now or should I fly around first? I will get you to follow me. Oops. And then fly around. Alright. I suppose this is the main area with the birds and the house and the storage barns and stuff. There's a little park down here. There's a couple lakes. I should probably set the render distance a little higher. Graphics. That way you can actually see. This might slow the game down a bit, but never mind. There's kind of a UFO ring over here. A crop circle, except it's not a crop circle, it's like a crater. And a forest. And most of the rest of the map is kind of taken up by the pond. If that answers your question. There's like a field of reeds down here. Kind of. There's some hills. This part isn't really finished yet. I don't have anything up here. Oops, I did not mean to do that. The game crashed again. Okay. I suspect I know what's happening. I suspect it's something within this. I shouldn't copy and paste code, I should put this in its own script, but I'm just going to instead. Oops, I deleted the wrong code, didn't I? The problem's in here. It raycasts and then something blows up because it doesn't like the raycast. I need to show Camden the following NPCs, don't I? Because it kind of blew up before I got the chance to do that. Let's see. Hopefully it won't do that again. Hopefully this will have fixed the problem, but no promises. After this, I should probably program it so that the NPC stops following you if you say stop following me. I guess I'll worry about that next. Alright, or I might just end the stream because I've been going for an hour and an hour 25 minutes, and I said I usually only go for an hour and a half, but we'll see. It depends on, it's only 10 p.m. Oops, that has nothing to do with NPCs. I said follow me, not no thanks. Alright. Come on, follow me through the door. He's struggling with the doors because, again, this isn't real pathfinding. Alright. So he's walking towards me. He's taking a slightly off-center route towards me. If I get too far away, he'll zip towards me like that. Or more precisely, if I leave the collision range of him, he'll zip towards me like that. So that it's an optimization with collision checking, because this is a lot of collision checking. But that's following NPCs. It's fun. I finally got it to work, which is pretty cool. Um, let's see what else. It's 4 a.m. where I am. Oh my. I shouldn't complain then. You're somewhere in Europe there. That is a European time zone. 4 a.m. That's 6 hours ahead of where I am now. You can see the clock on the computer down here. It's just after 10. Oops. So that's this. I think. Chat, talk to me. Is there anything else you want to see me do right now, or sort of just end stream and continue on Monday? Or I think Monday is the next time that I would think about streaming. What else is there to say? I was messing around with I was messing around with the cutscenes earlier, which is kind of what I had planned on doing today, but got sidetracked for an hour around following NPCs. Let me see. How many people are here anyway? There are 4 people here. Hello, 4 people. Hmm. Make the NPCs say wait if you get too far. It's not a bad idea. Are you going to make it so it stops following? I'm kind of leaning in the direction of doing that, even though it's getting a little bit late. Speaking of, I should probably lower my voice a little just in case. Let me see. How would I do that even? I like that idea of making the NPC wait, I need to drink water. I like the idea of making the NPC say wait if you get too far away. I imagine just a little speech bubble appearing over their head. Or gonna get some sleep. Yeah, it's 4 in the morning. Or you know, I'm gonna actually do that too because I don't want to disturb people who may be trying to sleep around here. I'm going to write down what people in chat told me to do for next time, and I'm going to end this off. So, thanks you guys for joining me. I hope to see you again in the future, and I will see you hopefully Monday.